Alrighty, folks, we went a perfect 6-0 on my premium site yesterday, and the only way you could have accessed all those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club package with the Phillies, Yankees, Blue Jays, Padres, Braves, and we also had the Indiana Fever in the WNBA. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video here today that I actually like the best, I've got another Gold Club package pick going off here today. And if you sign up for that full access, all-inclusive membership, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. It means you're going to get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my exclusive Gold Club video each and every day during that time frame. Absolutely free. It's going to be included with your membership. It breaks down every single premium selection, kind of like I do here on the free video, but it breaks down the premium plays. And I'll tell you what, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you had a great start to this new week. I know we did yesterday because, once again, we had a perfect 6-0 day on my premium page. Gold Club members, great job. Excellent day for you. Of course, if you're just joining me here for the first time today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. I'm also 3-0 my last 3 crowd pleaser teasers on my premium site. 5-2 on my last 7 Major League Baseball tier package picks. And finally, folks, we are 7-1 in our last 8 board member tier package plays. And the good news is I've got plays going off in all 3 of those packages here today I just mentioned. And they are included with your Gold Club membership. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We got a full slate of games here today, and we're going to take a look at each and every one of them. We're going to start off with a little NL Central action. Cubs, Pirates, 6:40 Eastern, first pitch. Chicago's minus $1.25, totals 8. Justin Steele for Chicago, Jared Jones for the Pirates. And, of course, both pitchers with some really good outings this season, despite their respective records. Don't let those win-loss records fool you, because both pitchers have been throwing well. I tell you, you put them on any other team, and they're going to make those clubs essentially World Series contender. You know, if you put them on a playoff caliber team, they're going to take that pitching staff to the next level. Now, the righty Jones for Pittsburgh, he's got a solid 1.11 whip, and of course, both starters with ERAs in the 3s. Now, Justin Steele on the other side, I actually think he's been even a little bit more impressive than Jones, although Jones is having a great year. But Steele on the other side, he's punched out 125 hitters. And he's got a 1.07 whip himself. So like I said, both pitchers with some real good stuff. Of course, at the plate, both clubs with their respective struggles in the box. You know, these are 2 very similar teams. Chicago's a bottom 10 hit producing club. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh strikes out more times a game than most clubs in the National League. Now, total-wise, the Bucs are 13-8 to the under against the NL Central at home. Meanwhile, Chicago saw the under cash in 9 out of their last 10 Justin Steele starts. Give me the under 8 runs. Next game, Astros, Phillies, 6:40 p.m. East. Philadelphia's minus $1.40, totals 8.5. Aaron Nola for the Titans, Justin Verlander for Houston. And the Astros really haven't won many games with Verlander on the hill this year. Out of 11 starts this season, the Astros took the loss in all but 4 of those games. Now, the Astros have also had their hands full this year with National League competition. They're winning just 40% of their interleague road games. And they're facing a Phillies club who's definitely pitched well over the past couple of weeks. It's actually just 3.2 runs a game they've allowed in their last 10 outings. And today could be the same here with 11-win Aaron Nola on the bump. The righty's got an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.18 whip. Of course, at the plate, the Phils are a top 3 run-producing team in the National League at home. Definitely having a Little problems producing runs on their own ball field. Bryce Harper with an on-base percentage of .372, game-winning home run last night in extras. Little walk-off jobby there. Of course, Alec Boehm, he's got the most hits in the clubhouse, ninth most RBI in the bigs. Now, total-wise, 9 out of Philly's last 10 gatherings with Houston did fall under the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Philly actually held the Astros to just 3.1 runs a game during that time frame. Meanwhile, Houston, on the other side, they saw 7 out of their last 10 stay under the number themselves. Give me Philadelphia minus $1.40, under 8.5. Next matchup, Royals-Guardians, 6:40 p.m. East, little AL Central action. Cleveland's $1.45, totals 9. Gavin Williams for Cleveland, Michael Lorenzen for Kansas City. And unfortunately, I have no free pick for you for this game. Now, if you want to see a lean on every single game on the slate, both side and total, I do have my full quick pick recap posted for Gold Club members on my premium site right now. That is already posted. All right, next matchup, Angels-Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East. Detroit's $1.55, totals 9.5. Brant Herter for the Tigers, Johnny Cueto for Los Angeles. And the Angels have definitely had a tough time getting the W on the road this year. They're a bottom 5 run scoring team. And even though Brant Herter's got just 17 plus innings of work under his belt, he certainly made the most of it. He struck out 17 batters and walked only 1. And he's also got an ERA in the 3s along with a .79 whip. And, these Detroit pitchers have definitely been tough to hit against at Comerica Park. They're holding their competition to just 7.9 hits a game at home. Give me Detroit minus $1.55, getting the job done for some money line cash. Next matchup, little interleague action here. A's-Reds, 6:40 p.m. East. Cincinnati's $1.45, totals 9.5. Nick Lodolo for the Reds, Mitch Spencer for Oakland. And I'll tell you what, the A's have actually done a nice job against the run line here recently. They covered in 3 out of their last 4 road games. Now, Oakland's also gone 7-3 against the run line in their last 10 at any location. They're facing a Cincy team who covered in just 35% of their interleague road games. Of course, at the plate, the Reds are a bottom 5 hit-producing team. And they're going to have to do better than that because starting pitcher Nick Lodolo, he's actually seen his ERA creep up to a .476. When it comes to the total, oddly enough, since he went 60% to the under in Lodolo's last 15 starts, that lack of, hitting, that lack of base runners really catching up to these guys. It really hurt these guys. Way too many strikeouts. 6 out of the A's last 10 outings on the other side of things also stayed under the total. Give me Oakland plus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. Next matchup, some more interleague play here. Yankees-Nationals, 6:45 East. New York's minus 230, totals 9. Garrett Cole for New York, Patrick Corbin for Washington. Now, P. Corbs is just 3-12 with an ERA close to 6. And these Washington pitchers have been brutal in the nation's capital. They're a bottom 5 hit-allowing staff on their own diamond. They're going to face a Yankee club who averages more runs a game away from home than any other roster in the American League. Aaron Judge has the highest OPS, highest RBI, and highest home run count in the entire major leagues. Juan Soto's got the most walks in the clubhouse with an OPS in the thousands. When it comes to the total in this one, the Yankees saw 78% of their interleague road games get over the line. Meanwhile, Washington's currently 61% to the over in their home games against the American League. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5, over 9. All right, next game, little AL East action. Blue Jays, Red Sox, 7:10 Eastern start. Boston's $1.45 at home, totals 9.5. Cooper Criswell for the Bo Sox, Yariel Rodriguez for Toronto. And even though his record stinks, Rodriguez is averaging over a strikeout an inning. Now, the Blue Jays have also been excellent against the run line here lately. They covered in their last 4 straight on the road. Now, they're also 8-2 against the number in their last 10 at any location. And they're facing a Boston club who failed to cover in their last 4 straight at Fenway. And I'll tell you what, their pitching staff's been brutal at home. They're in the bottom 3 in runs allowed per game on their own diamond. And starting pitcher Cooper Criswell, well, he's been no exception to that. The righty's got himself a 4.41 ERA. Give me Toronto plus 1.5. Next contest, Braves Twins, 7:40 Eastern first pitch. Both clubs are minus $1.10, pretty much a coin flip. Totals 8. S.W. Richardson for Minnesota, Spencer Schwellenbach for Atlanta. And you know, both pitchers with some tough names to pronounce and some really good stuff this season. Schwelly's got 94 strikeouts for the Braves in just 82 innings. He also has an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.03 whip. Meanwhile, Simeon Woods Richardson, he's recorded only 3 losses for the Twins in 112-plus innings. Richardson also has an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.18 whip. When it comes to the total, 3 out of the Twins' last 4 at Target Field did stay under the total. Meanwhile, Atlanta's gone 8-2 to the under in their last 10. Give me the under 8 runs. Next game, Padres Cardinals, 7:45 East. San Diego's $1.35 on the road, totals 8. Dylan Cease for San Diego, Miles Michaelis for St. Louis. And Michaelis is just 8-10 on the season with an ERA in the 5s. But even if he ends up throwing well here today, the Cards are one of the lower run-scoring teams in the National League. They're actually in the bottom 5 in the NL in runs per game. They also got held to just 7.7 hits per contest in their last 10 meetings with the Padres. So once again, if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. You know, we could see more of the same here today with Dylan Cease on the mound. He's got a dozen wins under his belt for San Diego with an ERA in the 3s. Now, Cease also has a 1.05 whip, and he's just 7 strikeouts shy of 200 for the year. But even if he ends up blowing chunks here tonight at Busch Field, it might not matter. The Pods are the best hit-producing lineup on the road in the Bigs. Jurickson Profar's got the club lead in RBI and hits. Donovan Solano with an on-base percentage of .356. Now, total-wise, 8 out of the Padres' last 10 outings did get over the total. They also went for him on the over in their last 5 C starts. 31 total runs they scored during that span. Give me the Padres minus 135, over 8. Next game, Giants Brewers, 8:10 Eastern start time. San Francisco's $1.20, total 7.5. Logan Webb for the Giants, Toby Myers for Milwaukee. And Tobias has definitely had a solid year for the Brewers. He's got an ERA of 2.87 along with a 1.14 whip. And this Milwaukee pitching staff has definitely been tough to hit against. They're in the top 3 in the National League in fewest runs allowed per game. And they're facing a Giants club on the other side who definitely doesn't perform well at the plate when they travel. Giants are a bottom 10 hit-producing team on the road. And in those road trips, well, these guys have a .428 win percentage away from Oracle Park. That is it. Now, total-wise, the Giants have gone 60% to the over in all of their road games this year. Meanwhile, Milwaukee's currently 65% to the over when they hit second. Give me Milwaukee plus $1, over 7.5. Next game, Rangers White Sox, 8:10 Eastern start time. Texas is minus $1.45 on the south side, totals 8.5. Andrew Heaney for the Rangers, Garrett Crochet for Chicago. And regardless of how good Crochet's been, he still has a dismal 6-9 record to show for it. Of course, that's all Chicago's fault. That's the team's fault. The Sox are officially at the century mark with regard to losses. This is an historically bad team. Of course, they produce the fewest amount of runs in the entire league. And they're facing Andrew Heaney on the other side, who, you know, don't let that horrible record fool you. He's got 131 punch-outs in just 129-plus innings. Of course, as a team, the Rangers did get the W in 4 out of their last 7 recently, and they're averaging 5.4 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with Chicago, so they've done a nice job with White Sox pitching. Now, Marcus Semien, he leads the lineup in hits. Corey Seager, he has the most home runs and RBI. When it comes to the total, 7 out of the Rangers' last 10 outings did stay under the total. They also went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 meetings with the White Sox. Now, Chicago, on the other side, they were actually held to just 2.4 runs a game during that 10-game stretch I just mentioned. Give me the Rangers minus 145, under 8.5. Next game, Marlins Rockies, 8:40 p.m. East. Colorado's $1.55, totals 11. Cal Quantrill for Colorado, Rod Munoz for Miami. And even though Munoz has stunk like yellow-colored dog shit, it ain't for a lack of run support. The Marlins have averaged 5.7 runs a game in his last 6 starts. Xavier Edwards has an on-base percentage of .428. He's also got 22 stolen bases on the season, so he's turning walks into doubles. Of course, Jake Triple Cheeseburger, he's got the most RBI and home runs on the roster. And they're facing a Rockies club who's allowed 29 runs in their last 5 games. They actually took the loss in all of those contests except for one. I'll tell you what, this Rockies pitching staff, they've been putrid. They allow more hits a night than any other team in the majors. And, of course, if you think Cal Quantrill would change that, well, just keep in mind he's 8-9 on the year with an ERA of .456. Now, total-wise, Colorado's 9-3 to the over in their last dozen Quantrill starts. Meanwhile, the Marlins went 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Marlins plus 1.5, over 11. Next matchup, Mets, Diamondbacks, 9:40 p.m. East. Both clubs are minus $1.10. Another coin flip spot here, totals 9. Eduardo Rodriguez for Arizona, Sean Manaea for New York. And both clubs with their fair share of overs recently. The Mets went 60% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, 8 out of Arizona's last 10 ball games got over the total themselves. Of course, at the plate, both organizations with little problems getting base runners. As a matter of fact, the D-backs are the highest run-scoring team in the league. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Mets have averaged 6.1 runs a game in their last 10 gatherings with Arizona. They're also a top 3 hit-producing team on the road. Give me the over 9. Next matchup, Rays, Mariners, 9:40 p.m. East. Seattle's $1.50, total 7. Logan Gilbert for Seattle, Jeffrey Springs for Tampa Bay. And unfortunately, folks, I have no free pick available for you for this game. Like I said earlier, if you want to lean on the side and the total in this one, my quick pick recap, full quick pick recap on the entire slate, both side and total, is posted for Gold Club members on my premium site. Next and final matchup for the video, Orioles-Dodgers, 10:10 Eastern start time. The Dodgers are the $2 favorite, totals 8.5. Jack Flaherty for the Dodgers, Cole Irvin for Baltimore. And I'll tell you what, the O's have definitely provided plenty of run support for Irvin. They average over 6.6 runs a game in his last 8 starts, and that's not overly surprising. They're a top 3 run-producing team on the road in the league. Anthony Santander's got the 3rd most homers in the bigs, team leader in RBI. And Gunnar Henderson, he's got the most hits in the clubhouse. And they're facing a Dodger team on the other side who's got a losing record against the run line at home this year. Now, 2 out of the Dodgers' last 3 in their own stadium got over the total. They also went 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me Baltimore plus 1.5, over 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap. Give me the under 8 in the Cubs-Pirates game. Phillies minus 140, under 8.5. I have no free pick available for you in the Royals-Guardians game. Give me the Tigers minus 155. Oakland plus 1.5, under 9.5. Yankees minus 1.5, over 9. Toronto plus 1.5. Give me the under 8 in the Braves-Twins game. Padres minus 135, over 8. Brewers plus $1, over 7.5. Rangers minus 145, under 8.5 runs. Marlins plus 1.5, over 11. I like the over 9 in the Mets D-backs game. I have no free pick available for you in the Rays-Mariners game. Give me the O's plus 1.5 over 8.5 runs. Well, that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Gold Club video absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today when I produce my Gold Club video on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.